Hi Taurus, welcome to Queen Cup Tarot. My apologies for the delay in your video, and thank you for coming to my channel. It's brand spanking new, and I'm not new to tarot, I'm just new to YouTube, so please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm just shuffling now for your July 2018 love reading. This type of reading here, I pull a total of 10 cards from this deck. 3 cards are going to be reflective of the energy leaving June, going into July, surrounding you, my Taurus. And then 3 cards for the energies that are going to dominate the month of July with regards to your love and relationships. And then 3 cards for the energies you're going to be leaving the month and entering into August with. So I have my clarifier deck here. All the cards in this deck are upright. I want my clarifications to be of the most positive reinforcement, where you're going to get a mixture of both most likely from this deck, okay? I do smoke pot. Don't judge me. Feel free to smoke with me as well. If not, that's fine. This is not the purpose of this channel. So yeah, let's get into it. Also, I'm going to leave my email address in the description box. I do readings. I don't charge anything for them. I do them when I can because I don't make, any financial gain from them. I do them when I'm able to, so just be patient. But definitely feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions, you want an extended reading, anything like that. Even if you have any feedback or you want to hit me up in the comments, feel free to as well. But I just wanted to add that also. Okay. Please, Spirit, give us clear communication and clear messages with regards to Taurus's love and relationship lives for July 2018. For my single Tauruses that are looking for love, if there's any opportunities or any love offerings coming their way, let's indicate them today through these cards. For my Tauruses that are newly entering into a relationship, anything that they can, any red flags they can watch for, any guidance you can provide them for the questions they might have at this time. And for my Tauruses that are in long-term relationships, maybe going through some trial and tribulation, let's please give them some guidance today. Thank you, Spirit, always. The 10th card, that I pulled from this deck is actually the overall energy, and it's at the bottom of the deck. We got the 4 of Wands in reverse. Okay. So these are the cards here reflecting your energy leaving the month of June, going into July. And we have the dominating energy for July, and then your energy going in to August. Thora, sorry guys, that's my dog. Thora, move away from there, please. Right now. Go chew your bone. Sorry, that's Thora, guys. Thora, go and lay down. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right, so the overall energy, and now the overall energy is for just the reading in general, okay? So really the overall energy over the next 5 to 6 weeks or so. I really see here for a lot of you leaving the month. I see a lot of you feeling secure. I see a lot of you maybe focusing a little bit too much on work, only because you're getting a lot of gains right now and might be neglecting the social aspect that you need to get out and meet people. And that's for my Tauruses that are single. I see that for June. I think there's some exciting things happening in work life that might be taking you away from mingling with people. When you're getting invitations or friends are hitting you up on, with text or whatever, you're saying, no, I can't, I've got this, or I'm working late, or whatever the case is. And I see it's because you've got, you're in a really, for some of you, especially my singles, I see, things are going really well. You've been investing your single time a lot into work, and cards cards are showing me that that's your energy, and there might be a need to want to come out of that a little bit and, you know, have a little fun. But let's just, it's still early in the reading, that's just the energy there. For my Tauruses that are in relationships, I see that a lot of you have been investing time. Actually, sorry, I see for a lot of you, some of you could be coming into money, fast money too. Some of you might have a partner who gets a new job, and that really significantly increases your household's income. Some of you might be getting the new job and increasing your household's income, but I see it as being a fast movement, and I see that you know, happening at the end of the month. I think for a lot of you, I think the energy in June, whether in a relationship or single, I think people are really focusing on households and kind of happy with the stability there. And managing that. Now, going into July, though, I see for some of you that for my Tauruses that are in relationships, I see that some of you may be contributing more to a household than another person. The reason why I say that is because my Emperor here in the spread, it typically refers to a male energy. It doesn't have to. Ultimately, this is the provider, the father of the deck. When he's in reverse, he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's not being that rock. He's not being that provider. And I think that with my Queen of Pentacles here in the upright and my Ten of Pentacles here leaving the end of June, I see that there might be a little bit of discord due to this imbalance in the household that might be happening for my Tauruses that are in longer term relationships. And I think that can cause maybe a little bit of resentment from the partner who isn't contributing to the household, maybe feeling like they don't have enough power, and that can be opening up some new wounds. I see that whoever is not contributing to the household, the lesser contributor to the household, is feeling very insecure about that. And that can be causing some conflict. Now, if you're if you're the one who's dominantly providing in the household, so your income's higher, maybe you're working more, your partner is feeling a little bit insecure about that. And I do genuinely think, this is for my Tauruses that are in long-term relationships, I do think they're trying to figure out ways that they can better contribute. But I do see that it takes some time for them to get there, because I don't see them moving on it until the end of the month. So for my Tauruses in long-term relationships, if you are the ones that are providing, you know, and you're feeling a little bit like you're pulling more of the weight, or your partner isn't doing their, you know, their part. Maybe they're staying home, sleeping all day, hanging out with friends, on the internet. They're not really doing anything. Whether they're communicating it to you or not, it's bothering them. And they are figuring out ways to figure that out. They're not going to take action right away, but I do see them contributing. I do see them contributing. For some of my, what I also see here is for some of my Tauruses that are single, I see that some of you are either, one of the options that you're entertaining is not a good long-term option for you. Now, it might be a good short-term option if you're looking for, you know, casual sex or a friends with benefits type of situation. It might work. But I don't see this person really offering you anything of long-term stability. But it's okay, because I see you having other options. and you winning in the end anyway. I see for some of my single Tauruses that if you've been working really hard and really focused on the career aspect, that you do get some more social, romantic options populating in July. But just keep in mind their options. Sometimes when you're single for a long time, somebody who might have some of the traits as an emperor, but not actually behaving like one, you might still fall easily for them just because you've been single for a long time. You're getting that attention, you're yearning for, you know, the connection. I would be weary of that. Oh, I got 2 cards that fell out here because I wanted some clarification on your middle of your month, and I got the Knight of Cups and the 7 of Wands. So what I see here is that you do, and this was right beside the 7 of Cups, you do get another offer that to me looks a lot better. Not necessarily one you need to jump for and, you know, okay, let's now go in a relationship, which I don't see you actually pulling the trigger on any of the options yet, because we've got our Chariot in reverse here. For some of you, you might be dealing with an Aries, a Cancer. You know, I've got fire sign here as well as Earth, but I mean, it could be any of them. The only one I don't really have here right now is Air. But I mean, I don't get too hung up on that. I do mention it sometimes to see if I can create synchronicities for people who are resonating with this reading and are thinking, I wonder if they're talking to me. So that's why I mentioned that. But if that doesn't resonate with you, if the message is resonating with you and I said Aries and Cancer and it's not an Aries and Cancer, doesn't mean that this message isn't divinely for you either. Okay? But like I said, for my single Tauruses, I do see other love options populating. And I feel like some of you might have 2 prospects. I see the one being a little bit more older and presenting themselves as a bit more of a mature individual. And you might even be a little bit more attracted to this person than you are to this offer. But wouldn't you rather somebody who might not look like all this, but actually be upright, functioning, and presenting themselves in a manner they should be? Because they'll eventually become a king. The knight eventually becomes, you know, the king or the queen. But this person is already in their emperor form, not behaving that way. So to me, this is the riskier bet. To me, there is a more genuine love offer that does present itself. Sorry. A more genuine love offer that does present itself. I do not see you building or pulling the trigger with either of them. I do see you taking your time. But my loves, I do see you winning in the end anyway. You really end where you started. The only difference is I do feel like you end up feeling a little less. I think you need a bit of the social exposure that you're going to get in July. Whether you end up still being single in July or not, I think the love offers that you do get, or the people that you do connect with and might even sleep with or not, it doesn't matter. But I do see some sparks happening there, some traction happening there for my single Tauruses. Some options, okay? But I don't see you moving forward with any of them. And that doesn't mean you're not going to enjoy the attention. Because honestly, I think you've been all about your Benjamins and work and the practical stuff during your time being single. And I think things get spicy a little bit. And I think you guys need that. You guys need to have a little fun, a little drama, not dramatic, just a little bit of spice. Get your phone building up a little bit. Get your social media going a little bit. Get a couple of morning text messages from him or her. You know, get a little bit of that attention, because I really feel that you weren't. And I really feel that for those of you that do get these love offers and feel like, oh my gosh, this is it, just tread carefully. Because I've got the Four of Wands in reverse as the overall energy. I've got the Chariot and the Three of Wands side by side in reverse as well. I don't see you taking the offers. I see you enjoying them. And if you do take an offer, I see you more likely taking this one than this one. Okay. A little bit clearer, a little bit less slimy. Because you're about your shit. Like, you're busy. You're doing shit. You do not have time to be dealing with, you know, the bullshit. So that's why when that Knight of Cups comes, I believe he or she is going to be a little bit more straightforward about how they feel, what they're looking for in a relationship, even more genuine with the way they communicate with you. Text messages. There's not, you know, engaging you only to ghost you kind of behavior, which is very narcissistic, by the way. If any of you want me to do a video strictly on narcissism, I can. Okay. So yeah, let's get a little bit more. For those of you that are newly entering into a relationship, for some of you, I do see you entering into a relationship, but not with the Emperor. Not with the older, more mature. Maybe this person is more mature, older. Maybe they're not, but they just come off more dominant in some kind of way. Maybe they pose like they're, you know, more solid or more stable than they actually are. But I see them being maybe a little bit more appealing, but I see you tapping into that really quick. And you might say, okay, you don't have to do all that. Like, you don't have to pretend. You know why? Because you know what stable looks like. Because I see for a lot of you, especially my singles, you are stable in some form or fashion in a practical way because you spent your time being single, stabilizing yourself. You've kind of drowned yourself into work so that you don't have to deal necessarily with the emotions of feeling lonely and being single. Wow. Wow. I pulled clarifiers from my clarifier deck and I got the Emperor and I got the Lovers. I see for a lot of you, one of these love options, out of all these options, whether 2, 3, 5, 10, I don't care, one of these options looks really good. And like I said, I think this Emperor clarification and this Lovers is to clarify my little knight here who comes correct. So I want you guys to trust your instincts, okay? When these opportunities do start coming up and these offers start coming up, I want you guys to use your intuition. It needs to make sense. It needs to be practical. Like, if it's not, and it sounds like hot air, wait for this to come. Because this is actually going to end up, or has better potential to end up being that. Again, Aries, this is also Gemini energy. Okay, not necessarily though. All right. Yeah, I see you guys using your intuition. Yeah, I also see one of these opportunities being a good one. I do see you actually, because I asked for clarification on this reverse Chariot and Three of Wands, and I got the Ace of Wands in Judgment. And I think what it is you're not moving forward because you're looking to begin with something that makes sense. And I see one of the offers here making more sense than the other. And some of you will begin with it, and others won't because you know exactly what you are looking to start with. And you're going to wait until you get it. Either way, you leave and go into August feeling good, feeling accomplished, still just as stable as you were. Okay? I think some of you might get a little bit drained from all the social aspect, especially for those that have been kind of in, hibernation work mode, managing your workload on top of your new social calendar that will develop in July. I really see you guys needing to take some time to rest a little bit. So if you've got some vacation time stacked, I definitely suggest you guys taking some time off. Outcome and surrounding energies going into August, please. Clarification on the energies going into August and any outcomes, please. Thank you, Spirit, for the love and support. Yeah. Again, we got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. And another Knight card. All right. You're going to get communications of real love and affection from somebody. And you're going to end up just the way you did. You not going forward with the choices that you have right off of hop. So I see a lot of you playing it really cool, just enjoying, but not committing to anything and not being played for no fool. Because you guys are waiting for and looking to start a new beginning with something that makes a lot more sense. Something that's going to add to your pot, not take away with it. And I see leaving the month, you are in the same position that you started in. You are secure. You are stable. You made the right decisions. You didn't lose your position, even if you had some offers that weren't genuine. Okay? And what I see are real love offers worth entertaining. This could be multiple ones, or this could be really clear communications of emotions from one person. And that's the one you end up starting this new beginning with, this new budding relationship with. Okay? For my single Tauruses. For my Tauruses that are in long-term relationships, I do see that you are waiting for your partner to communicate to you the steps that they are going to take to better contribute to your household, or maybe you are thinking of ways and kind of stressed out about ways you can better contribute to your household, to your partnership, to your relationship. I think some of you are either feeling like you're lacking or feeling like your partner is maybe not pulling their weight, and you're wanting them to either step it up emotionally, so better express their feelings because they're not communicating how they feel. Some of them are going into an introvert state and that's not working for you. Some of you are looking for your partner to communicate how they're going to better help pragmatically. And I do see that happening. And how I translate the advice to be is that Taurus, for my Tauruses that are in relationships, even new ones, if you have needs, you need to communicate them. There's no point in holding that back. Because if you're holding it back, then it might not be the relationship you're meant to be in. Because a relationship should be helping you develop and grow, not stagnating you and suppressing you. So communicate. If it's you that is the provider and bringing in the bacon and being the stable person, you need to communicate it to your partner in a loving way and give them an opportunity to do something for you. Because if they don't, then you can decide how you're going to proceed. But I personally think that you have to give them a shot to do that, because there's a part of me that thinks they're already kind of depressed about this. Sometimes when people aren't doing well or feel successful, they become depressed and then spiral down a more unsuccessful route. The depression stops them from applying, stops them from cleaning, stops them from doing things, cooking, whatever the case is, making money, whatever, trying. And I think because they're aware of that, and because I think some of you are in such a good place work-wise, or you're running the house so well, even if the other person is working, You might be feeling like, and you're staying at home taking care of the kids, whether man or woman, you might be feeling like, okay, you go to work, you come home and you do nothing. Just because you work doesn't mean you come home here and do nothing. Because I'm here all day running around with the kids, cleaning, cooking, the whole nine. You have to communicate what it is that you need. And I do see either you, somebody coming into quick money. Like, I mean, you know, money that's actually going to do something. That's probably for a small amount of you, but I do see fast money coming in. I do, for very few of you, I do see that, and this, the reason why I say very few is because it's very specific to women, only because I have the Emperor here twice. And then I have two queens, the Queen of Pentacles. So this indicates to me it's reconfirming the female energy and then reconfirming the male energy here. So for a very small portion of you who've been in long-term relationships here, okay, Pentacles are years. I see that some of you get communication of an infidelity. And this is the man being unfaithful to the woman. Because the Emperor here is in reverse. Five of Cups here in reverse as well. And then I've got my two Knights here. And then I have my Seven of Cups. So somebody has options. And I see those options being entertained. Not by the female, by the male. So if this is my guys watching, you know, some of you might be juggling options and be deciding that, you know, you want to come clean to somebody. Maybe it's because you want to end it and start anew with one of these relationships. Because like I said, I do have the Lovers here. I have the Ten of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. So I do see, you know, some success here. I do see a decision being made. And a new beginning. So for, you know, a very small amount of you, I think this slutty behavior does come to light. I do see for a very small amount of you that are going through divorce at this time, I do see the woman will financially win this situation. Again, because the Queen of Pentacles is upright, she walks away with the coin, literally. And his whole world gets put upside down. Because if this ruby could drop, it would drop on the floor because he's upside down. It's gone. Into the sky. Boop. Right? So for some of you that are in litigation right now, you are going to get communication that you have, or you will be, some of you will be getting communication that, where is it? That you're going to be successful in a judgment. Like you're going to be getting a divorce, and you're gonna win. Alimony, whatever, child support, whatever, you're gonna win. You don't have to be married either. That could just be the father of your kids. Because again, this is for the very few who are specific, because like I said, I have very balancing energy, male and female, with two queens that are identical, and then the two Emperor cards with one being in reverse. I see for a lot of you, it's the father of your kid who's not behaving well. I mean, a small group of you. But I don't want you to be hung up on this. I'm just giving as many, before I wrap this up, because I'm going to wrap this video up, I wanted to give as many messages as I could. Okay? So that's your reading, guys, your July 2018 reading. Let me know your thoughts. Like I said, I'm new to YouTube, so I would love to know your thoughts. You know, I love tarot reading. I'm a clairsentient, so I use my my ability and my gift of clear feeling and sensing to decipher the gift. So I hope this helps, resonates. Let me know if it does. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'm going to do your general reading, which I will post for you the first week of July. Okay? Love you guys. Bye, Taurus.